everyone, it's Nicole and I have another layout using the Double Scoop Studio Calco kit. This is the 29th layout that I made with this kit and it took me an hour to complete. I'm showing you some of the stuff. A lot of it is scraps from the kit that's left over. There was 3 little stars that were left over. Again, just a bunch of scraps and that full sheet of that scallop. It's from the My Mind's Eye cut and paste collection. It's not that I keep saying I don't like it. I just don't find that, I guess I don't feel like scrapping with it right now. I do love all the colors that are together. I just don't, I don't know, it just reminds me too fallish, I guess. And I'm right now in the mood for spring, summer, bring on the sun, you know. And, but this layout was taken in 2006. And when my son found out, he was 6 years old at the time, when he found out that I was stopping in New York, Madagascar had just been released a few months before. And to him, they were real, like Melman and Gloria and Alex. They were all real. And so he had a list of places that I needed to go take pictures. I had to take pictures of the children's zoo. I had to take pictures of the Grand Central Station because they were in there, and then the clock where Melman stuck his head in, and then he wanted pictures of 9/11 too, because I mean he was really young, but he still heard us talking about it and stuff, and then the park, the Central Park. And so basically that's what I did. I just took a whole bunch of those pictures. I cut them down to size about 2 1/4 by 4. And then I had pictures where I had kind of taken close-ups of each location, like Grand Central Station. And then one of the streets that they mention in the movie is Lexington Avenue, because he just says, go down Lexington and blah, blah, blah. And so I took a picture of that. And I'm going to try and fit as many things as I can on this layout. And the only thing I knew was I wanted the pictures to go all the way across and kind of one up, then one down, one up, one down, and all the way down the page. And then I had the thought of, because there was going to be a lot of journaling on this, I wanted a piece of pattern paper and then a white spot. And then on the opposite would be, you could see the white paper at the top of the layout and then a piece of pattern paper, and so on and so forth down the layout. And then I would be able to take one of the spots and put my title, and then the other spots, at least 3 or 4 spots, that would be all journaling. And so it's going to take me a few minutes, but that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just going through the pattern papers, and I kind of kept it in because I wanted to use that My Mind's Eye paper, because it's probably the paper that I felt like I used the least in this whole kit. I wanted to make sure I used it. And I mean, I don't use a lot on this layout. It's only that very top right piece, but because of that, I drew my colors from there. The navy, the light teals and yellows, and some orange. So I drew all my colors from that piece of pattern paper. So basically right now that's the layout, how the layout is going to be. And I had bought some of this fabric paper and I showed it in one of my hauls, and I thought I was going to try and use it on this layout, but it doesn't work out. I'm going to use my thickers that we got in this month's kit, and I'm going to change the color of them. I'm going to make them so that they are navy, because they're going to go over top that aqua and navy pattern paper, and I just wanted to stand out a lot. Then I took my October Afternoon sticky keys in the aqua, and then I'm going to fuss a little bit with the rest of the title, but I'm going to use 4 different types of fonts. I'm going to eventually decide on taking out some October afternoon letters, and I'm going to go with those because the aqua ones are round, so then I wanted some square ones and then go back to round. But I'm going to try a few little different combinations until I decide on which one I'm actually going to use. So I think I mentioned this is the 28th layout, so I finished the 31st layout, and I'm going to try and do my Kill a Kit video tomorrow. And then that way this weekend, I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday off. So I'm going to try and start with my new kit. Not try, I'll probably will be starting. I got quite a few other things to get done, but I'm gonna try and get that started also. So now I try to figure out where I'm going to put the title. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be contained in one of those rectangles, but those alphas that we got in this month's kit, the thickers, they're really wide. I really like them, but they're a really wide font. So it's going to take basically 2 of the rectangles. But first I'm going to take some time and I'm going to fuss and make sure that all these get glued down properly. So the title is going to go right there at the top one. And I really struggled with this layout because if you've been watching my channel for a bit, I do quite a bit of layering, and there was no layering. It was all, one beside each other. But I don't know if it turned out exactly like I had it in my mind when I was thinking about it. And I can't say that it's, one of my favorite layouts. But the story is down on the page, and before I actually, finished the video, I did the journaling. Like the journaling is all done. So that's awesome. And another thing tomorrow too, before I try and do the Kill a Kit video, I want to sit down and try and do as many of the journaling that I possibly can on those 31 layouts that I got complete before I do the Kill a Kit video. Because one of my goals for 2014 was to make sure that my pages don't stack up and I can't put them away because they're not journaled. Now, right at the beginning of January, I journaled on about 50 layouts, and I journaled on quite a bit as I was going along with this kit, but I'm sure there's a few layouts that are not journals. So tomorrow, and probably as soon as I'm done this video, I'm going to go get the container, because what I do is I use one of the iris containers, the same that I put the kit that I work on. I have an iris container that I put all the layouts that I complete for one kit. That way when I go to do my Kill a Kit video, all my layouts are in one container and I don't have to wonder where they all are. Plus it keeps them safe. So I'm going to go through those and I'm going to try and journal. I took gold doily, and some of them came in this month's kit, but only 2 came in the kit, and I had gotten an extra kit through Studio Calico for $5. So I actually had 4, and this was the 4th one. I used all 4 gold doilies, which I really didn't think I would because gold is not my favorite color. But I'm pushing myself to use it. I don't dislike it, I'm going to say, as much as I used to. So that's good. And that's the thing with, that's what I love about getting kits, is because it's getting me to try stuff that normally I would just say, no, I don't like that. So I wouldn't buy it, right? Because you don't like it, you don't buy it. And, but because it came in the kit, I'm kind of pushing myself to use it. And now I seem to not dislike it as much. Okay, so now I'm going to use my quick dry adhesive and I'm going to start gluing everything down, and it was clogged again, so I just take a pin and it was actually something that I bought at Simon Says Stamp, and it says, you know, glue tip. And it keeps it in a little jar, and I just keep the needles in there, and then I always know where it is. And I put that doily down so that my title wouldn't feel like it was floating. It actually has something to ground my title, and the title is Mom, Take a Picture of. And then I just have the everything laid out there, and then with the story you get why the title is that. And also the battery's going to die at one point, and then I'm just going to keep going anyway, because again, I'm trying to get these layouts done. A thing that I did was I outlined all the pattern papers to try to because they just look so detached from each other, so that helped. I cut the word Lexington Avenue. I just kept Lexington. I used some of those epoxy stickers that came from the cut and paste collection. I had the word for Children's Zoo from a picture. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to make sure to put some quick dry adhesive on the word Mom. I also used some of the hearts that I had put together a few layouts ago using my washi tape. I did use a sticker that had come in last month's kit, I think, and it says That's What He Said, and that's because that's what my son said. And then I'm going to use a label sticker that came from the Dear Lizzie, and it came in this month's kit, and it was my last label, that one right there, and I'm going to use it up on this kit. So I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to use it in 2 spots on the layout. I'm going to put it right there, and that's where I'm going to put the date. And I'm going to add a little heart that I kind of made with the washi tape. And then I'm going to use the word Explore, and it was a Heidi Swap sticker sheet that Maureen gave me in Iraq, and I have almost used it all up. I think I only have 3 or 4 little pieces left on the sticker sheet, so I'm making good use of that. I'm looking to see if there's any of the tiny type stickers that I can use on this layout, and I don't believe I find any. And also there was 3 yellow stars that were left from this month's kit. They're acetate stars, so I'm going to glue those on the layout too. I'm going to add some epoxy dot, and I think I'm going to do that after the battery dies. But the epoxy dots are in 3 colors. In yellow, in 2 types of aqua, one that is a teal, and the other one an aqua. I'm going to ball up some twine in yellow, and I'm going to add it to all the different clusters. And then I'm also going to use the same font that I used for the word picture in the title, and on that little label I'm going to put January 2006, because that's when I went to New York for the first time. And this is where the battery's going to die. And now you're going to see some few close-ups with the extras that I added. And again, I didn't want to wait an hour and a half to get this page done, because I wanted to move on to getting the next page ready. Oh, and I also added some new ink that I got, and it's called Eyes Ink, and it made a big mess there, but whatever, it's just going to stay like that. I don't mind. And it was in gold and in aqua. So that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.